Oh, this is so funny. Why does all the cool news have to happen on my day off? It's always my day off, I swear, every time. You're not gonna believe this. I feel like before I can even hit you guys with the news, for you guys to fully appreciate the punchline, I have to show you some context. For those that don't know, Brie Larson is a very successful actress. She's won, like, Oscars and stuff, so she's a big deal. She's been in a lot of big movies, like Scott Pilgrim, like 21 Jump Street. She's been in a lot of movies. And she's a pretty accomplished actress. And she's not, like, unattractive either. So the idea that she would become the target of the right's anger seems odd. Like, why would the right target her with so much hate? A lot of it really goes back to Captain Marvel, a character that she played whose main arc in the movie she was introduced in is that for roughly the first half of the movie, maybe a little longer, she's actually a villain. Like, she is with the bad guys and acts like it, and is unlikable at the start of the movie because she's working for a bunch of space Nazis. And then she realizes the space Nazis are bad. The movie has plenty of cringe to it, don't get me wrong. I mean, I thought it was good for a Marvel movie, but I didn't think it was great. It wasn't great or awesome for a Marvel project. But that wasn't Brie Larson's fault. It was more so just a writing thing. And it was just not the most original Marvel movie in a lot of ways. But the Chuds, oh my god, the Chuds were mad about it. Now, Captain Marvel did quite amazing in the box office, despite the Chuds getting really pissy about it. Now, just the fact that she was going to play a strong female character, that alone was enough to upset them. But the thing that really got them to hate Brie Larson specifically is that she is a very open, proud feminist who has expressed many takes in the past that, like, if angry old men are mad about a movie that she's in, then just don't watch it. It clearly wasn't made for you. They love to use that line as like, okay then, Brie Larson, then we won't watch your movies and you'll go woke and go broke. And for a great example of that, here's a video from 3 months ago, a very poorly timed and very poorly aged video from 3 months ago called Crash and Burn, the Brie Larson story by Critical Drinker. This video has 2.4 million views, just for reference on how many conservatives have preyed on this woman's downfall, and I want you to keep that in mind when you get hit with the news that just came out.
You know, there's a certain career path that young actresses can stray down if they get too much fame and success too quickly. Ego takes over, they start to believe their own hype, and end up turning everyone against them by acting like insufferable clowns. It happened to Rachel Zegler for sure, but there was another actress who blazed a trail for women like Rachel to follow, who set the template for career self-destruction, who walked so that others could run. That actress was Brie Larson.
Is that like a personal attack or something?
Now, she's practically a forgotten footnote in film history at this point, but skip back to 2019, and Brie Larson really did have the world at her feet. Not literally, of course. I don't think anyone wants to get near those
Critical
feet.
Drinker.
But the point is, she was very much a rising.
Critical Drinker found a way to talk about feet, to talk about Brie Larson's feet within 50 seconds of the start of this video. Sure, he was criticizing, but he still found an excuse and just worked that in there in the first 50 seconds.
Star in Hollywood that was poised to go supernova, an Oscar-winning actress who was just as comfortable with indie movies as big-budget action flicks, who'd landed a starring role as the new face of the biggest franchise on the planet. She was being positioned as the new it girl in Hollywood, the next megastar that was going to dominate the industry for at least a decade. But all too soon, the dream came crashing down in a slow-motion train wreck of PR disasters, fake activism, embarrassing revelations, and career-ending box office bombs. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't quick, but it does make for a great episode of Crash and Burn, the Brie Larson story. So pull up a chair and allow—
Y'all think he's gonna unlist this video? He might end up unlisting this video. It's probably good that we're covering this now before it can't be found on YouTube anymore.
me to tell you the tale. Brienne Sidonie Desaulniers.
So yeah, like, it is an obsession, alright? Like, not only does he start the video, first 50 seconds, he finds a way to talk about her feet. Within a minute later, he's showing an image of her as a baby. Okay, like, this is an obsession the right has. They see the actors portraying characters who they ideologically disagree with as the source of the problem they take with these pieces of media. It is absurd how they operate. Now, that video aged pretty poorly because, as was announced about 21 hours ago now, there is going to be a new Super Mario movie. A sequel to the immensely successful, I believe the most... I think K-pop Demon Hunters maybe beat it out? Maybe? But I could be wrong. The Mario movie 2 seems to be a very highly anticipated piece of media. Like, the first movie did absurdly well. I think it's like the most watched animated movie just behind K-pop Demon Hunters. Maybe it's above it. I'm not sure exactly what the ordering of popularity is there off the top of my head, but I can tell you that the right was really, really hateful towards the Mario movie. They were trying to prey on its downfall like nothing else. I remember famously Shadiversity and a bunch of other chuds were mauling about Princess Peach wearing pants. Women wearing pants is an instant no-no with them. They get so mad. Well, in the new Mario movie, a classic character from the games, is going to be introduced. Rosalina is going to be introduced, and she will be voiced by none other than Brie Larson, whose career is supposedly over as of 3 months ago. She will be voiced by Brie Larson. I believe this 18-second clip should be safe for me to play without me getting, copyright nuked by Warner Brothers or Universal or whoever the fuck is putting out this movie. Anyway, here's the clip.
Once upon a time, there was
It's
a
Brie
brave
Larson!
and noble princess named Peach.
I'd say the voice fits, too. Like, it's not even just like, oh, star power thing, haha, but also, I do think the voice kind of fits. God, she looks like a doll? Well, I mean, it's just the art style.
The story about the plumbers.
We did that one
I have not seen the original Mario movie yet, but here you go. This is confirmed. Brie Larson will be playing Rosalina in the new Mario movie. The movie they already tried, the previous movie, which they already tried to attack and prey on the downfall of and profit off of the downfall of by saying it was going to be a woke failure. Then it didn't fail, and they all had to publicly walk it back in the most embarrassing display of backpedaling I've ever seen from the anti-woke grift sphere. And now they're all going to have to walk back. They're either going to have to walk back the take that Brie Larson's career is over, they're going to have to double down and then be embarrassed again when this movie blows up at the box office. I don't even know what their option is here. I can tell you that some chuds are already getting on board with complaining about this. I found a video here from a channel called Derek Anderson called Ungraceful. Grace Rudolph reacts. Brie Larson's Rosalina could tank the Super Mario movie. They're doing it again, guys. They're actually trying to do it again. They're unironically trying to claim that the Mario movie 2 this time. Mario movie 1, it went woke, but it didn't go broke. But the second one, this one's definitely going to go broke, guys. All right, let's hear the cope.
What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody, look, this Super Mario Galaxy trailer dropped earlier today.
Give us your code.
Look, let me just get this out the way so I can talk about what I want to talk about. All right, trailer dropped, 3 million views in 14 hours. All right, doing good over here on YouTube. Go to X, all right, 4.9, almost 5 million views. All right, it drops in April of 2026. Everybody's buzzing about it. Folks are looking forward to it. I think this is going to do bonko numbers once it finally drops in the box office. Probably somewhere around what the original did, 1.5 billion, something like that. All right, but look, did y'all see this, right? All right, did y'all check this out? All right, so in the trailer, Mario heads to space. We meet Brie Larson's Rosalina and Benny Safdie's Bowser Jr. But all the conversation right now is on it's on Brie Larson, man. Did y'all see this shit? The hate is absolutely.
I love how like they don't even have to see her face because she's just voice acting here, and even then they're mad about it. Just at the principle that she's getting work and that she is still getting big roles because they've been banking so hard on the idea that, like, Captain Marvel ended her career. It very much did not. Captain Marvel has not been a failure.
Absolutely real right now with one Grace Randolph. I couldn't believe what I was reading with this one, man. Grace Randolph posted this up on X less than 2 hours after the trailer drops. 2 hours after the trailer drops.
For those that don't know, Grace Randolph is like one of those content slop mill channels that just puts out a nonstop feed of like commentary on like any comic book movie, like nerd culture media. I think she used to be legit. I think she used to make legit content, but nowadays she's like fully on the slop train.
And folks is hating already, man. Grace couldn't wait to rush to Twitter and type up her hate for Brie Larson, man. If anything can take the new Super Mario Brothers movie, it's Brie Larson.
I'm having a hard time telling, like, what position this guy takes on this issue.
Grace, you are a hater. Why is she hating on Brie?
Okay, he seems to be legit. Okay. Yeah, he's actually having the normal reaction. Okay.
Like this. Holy smokes, man. I saw this. I was like, I can't wait to get home to make a video. Man, this is too funny, man. Way too funny. Why is she hating on Brie Larson? The trailer just dropped, Grace. You couldn't...
I love this is such a old running lore that you have to have been tapped in for a while to know what this is all coming from. Like, if you have not been into anti-SJW nonsense since Captain Marvel was the newest Marvel movie, then none of this Brie Larson hate makes any sense to you at all. Like, why does everybody hate the girl from the Scott Pilgrim movie? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, no normies understand the hate for Brie Larson anymore. And I don't think most people are going to care. Like, I don't even think most conservative people are going to care. Because I don't think most of them have been tapped into this particular hate brigade against her for a long time. If you guys remember, back in 2019, I was streaming, doing a segment about, John Fetterman is in the hospital after falling by his house right now. Keep me updated. Sanguine sauce, blah, blah, blah. Keep me updated. As I was saying, we went back into the backlog of uploads for The Quartering and Geeks and Gamers, two of the most obsessive, grifty, like, content mill right-wing propaganda channels out there. And I went through all of their uploads, and I sorted by two search terms: Brie Larson and Captain Marvel. In the case of Geeks and Gamers in particular, we scrolled through hundreds of videos. In the span of a year, Geeks and Gamers had uploaded more videos on Brie Larson than there were days in that year since he started making videos on Brie Larson. That is how excessive it was. If you go back now, like, hundreds of them have been unlisted or deleted, because I think he realized, like, how bad that looked, like how many hundreds of results came up when you searched her name on his channel. But it goes to show it has been a deranged obsession that goes back a long way. The Quartering and Geeks and Gamers, you could argue, are probably the origin point of the Brie Larson hate obsession. The idea that the hate for her will be enough to bring down this new Mario movie, by the way, massive cope. Like, you can tell it's like they lost last year's election and they're desperate to win the next one to get back at the other party, only it's movie releases. They failed to predict the failure of the first Mario movie. It ended up succeeding despite going woke, so now they are desperate to be able to, like, reclaim the W from this movie failing. Because if this movie fails, they can say, see, the last one was woke, and this one got even more woke, and it failed because of it. But if it does really well, they'll set themselves up for further embarrassment.
Let this thing just sit for a day and let everybody bask in the glow? You had to make yourself the conversation, didn't you? That's what it's all about. Grace knew what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing. I'm about to drop a hate bomb right on Brie Larson's head. I'm about to drop some stank in her life. Brie Larson is probably like, oh, yeah, let's see what everybody's talking about on X. You know, she got like an incognito account or something. She go in there and plug it up, and she looking like this, like, man, fuck this bitch.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
And so that's what I would be like. Oh, man, fuck you then, Grace. What's up with that, man? Meet me outside. Oh, shit, man. Look, man, I love it. At least she keeps it a buck. Hey, look, all the stuff we be getting, all the people talking crap about us, talking about Grace now. All right, y'all got to say that same shit to Grace, because she out here basically saying that Brie Larson might tank the Super Mario Brothers movie. Man.
It's going to be, I like how they're not even willing to say it will. Because they know it's very unlikely that they're going to end up getting what they want out of this movie release. That it's very likely it's going to do really well, and they don't want the screenshots to be brought up of them saying, Brie Larson will destroy the Mario movie. So like, well, she might destroy the Mario movie, guys. She might. They want to be able to claim they saw it coming if it does happen, but also say they didn't say it was going to happen if it doesn't.
She's just like Rosalina, all right? She ain't like Chris Pratt, like Mario or Luigi or Princess Peach or something. Yeah, she's just, you know, okay, a little minor character. Oh, my God, she gonna tank the movie. Bruh, everybody let her have it, man. Everybody let her have it. Look at the ratios going on here, man. Only
Damn.
907
Damn.
likes on this.
As you can see, the normies do not understand where the hate is coming from, and it comes off as deranged, because it is.
Post that got 803,000 views. All right, now it's 917. So apparently 917 people agree. But bruh, everybody came in and they went to town. Here's an idea. Don't watch it, bruh. Like they always say, right? Don't watch it if you don't like it. She said,
I'm not going to, but she's going to make a bunch of videos shitting on it without seeing the movie, clearly, at least according to her.
I'm not going to. Now look at this. Somebody that covers the industry ain't gonna watch probably the biggest movie, one of the biggest movies of 2026, if not the biggest. She's not gonna watch it. Why? Because she's a
I mean, this guy's cooking. He's cooking her. I will say, this is an L of a point to try to go after Brie Larson for, is being in a Nintendo movie. Because, yeah, Brie Larson has been a known huge fan of Nintendo. She's, like, cosplayed as Samus from Metroid multiple times and wants to play Samus in a Metroid movie or TV show once that gets made. Like, she is trying to get those inroads so she can be, like, that has been her dream, apparently. Because Brie Larson is a gamer. She's a classic OG vintage video games gamer, too. Or at least in my view, it's vintage games.
Oh man, look at this guy, Red Cyphers, trying to add some context to the situation. I see where you're coming from about toxic hate channels. Who are you talking about? You must be talking about Grace Randolph's channel. Yo, she couldn't wait. She couldn't wait a day. She couldn't wait half a day. She was rushing to Twitter to type her hate up. What are you talking about, bro? You talking about Grace when you talking about toxic hate, all right? But I think Brie Larson is already being largely accepted by the Nintendo fandom thanks to her own history talking about their games. I think that's an X factor in her favor heading into all of this good count. Yeah, you don't have a backup to that. She has no way to counter that. All right, Grace Randolph has no way of countering that. You know why? Because she probably was unaware that Brie Larson was a big Nintendo nerd, and a lot of people already like her in the Nintendo fan space, and she had no idea about that. So that's why she's getting schooled now, like, ah, shit, I'm just out here hating on her. Damn. Yeah, that's what's going on. You're just out here hating on folks.
As you can see, this is probably one of the biggest L's the anti-woke community could possibly try and make. These grifters are about to take an enormous L trying to attack this movie, and they can't not. It's going to be a sequel to a movie they attacked previously, and it's going to have Brie Larson in it. They have to attack it. They have to say it's going to fail. And when it doesn't, it's going to make them look really stupid, really wrong, and really out of touch. Their whole go woke, go broke philosophy will once again show yet another crack. It's not exactly good for them. This is a really bad situation for the right. Not only politically are they experiencing a civil war in the more, for lack of a better term, as inappropriate as I'd say this description is, the more serious conservative people are arguing over Nazism versus Zionism. Meanwhile, you've got this self-destruction coming out of the right-wing grifters that just talk anti-woke media analysis, if you can call it an analysis of any kind, and now they're falling apart. The right has never been more fit to fall over than they are right now. I keep saying this. Don't doomer right now. Now is the time to be happy. Do you see me doomering lately? There's a reason I haven't been doomering. It's because I know for a fact at this point that we are at the cusp of the next big left-wing shift of our culture and global politics. It won't just be America. It'll probably be a pretty strong global shift left for an entire generation. And we're about to see it happen in the next couple years. Mark my words. That's why I haven't been dooming. Anyway. If you found this video fun, entertaining, educational, leave a like, a comment, a hype, and a sub if you want to see more from me. I really do appreciate it. And comment down below, Brie is cool, if you want to let me know you watched this far and help to boost the video in the algorithm so it counters the right-wing nonsense and fights against the algo demons that want to destroy my channel. But of course, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again very soon.